Terrorist and criminal activities are becoming more sophisticated every day. They have a global reach and show no sign of abating. These forces continue to innovate, seeking new ways to breach security and maximize the destructive impact on their targets. To mitigate this impact, our frontline forces and worldwide infrastructure depend on continuous advancements in technology. Many of these advancements have been put on display approximately every 2 years since 1997 in an event referred to as the Force Protection Equipment Demonstration, or FPED. The role of FPED is critical. It facilitates the development, procurement, and deployment of commercial off-the-shelf physical security equipment. Furthermore, the global reach of FPED solutions are essential to combating high-impact crimes, which have no geographical boundaries. FPED products are used by the military, law enforcement, first responders, mass transit, nuclear power plants, water treatment facilities, and many other organizations with physical security requirements. In relation to physical threats and incidents, force protection equipment has two primary functions: prevention and impact mitigation. Products in each of FPED's 20 equipment categories serve one or both of these functions. The demonstration enables a quick response to physical security needs. All equipment exhibited at FPED must be ready for procurement and testing within 90 days of the event. This means agencies can avoid the complexity and expenses normally associated with evaluation, screening, and procurement of security products. Key military and civilian decision makers have the unique ability at FPED to take a hands-on approach to selecting physical security equipment. With hundreds of vendors in one location, they can have a first-hand look at thousands of products and get questions answered by talking face-to-face with the vendors and their development teams. Careful planning and extensive coordination by FPED allows this process to be accomplished in a highly efficient 3-day event. Gathering this magnitude of vendors encourages innovation and development of force protection products. Vendors with complementary products become partners, combining and improving both the global reach and the capabilities of their products, while those who are competitors must improve their products to sustain a competitive advantage. And customers can effectively communicate their physical security requirements, motivating vendors to improve products to meet their customers' needs. FPED VIII brought together over 500 vendors with over 3,000 products and 22,000 participants. The notion of the global impact of FPED is supported through a vast number of vendor testimonials.
We have products in Iraq and Afghanistan, so we have that in the Army, Navy, and Air Force. The product's been deployed with the U.S. Navy all around the world. It's with the U.S. Army, Coast Guard, Department of Homeland Security uses it on the U.S.-Mexico border.
We have deployed with the U.S. Army up to 8,300 systems in theater, and it's very well received and liked by our military.
It's been used by all branches of the U.S. military. We have substantial equipment in the Middle East, in Central South America, and in Africa as well.
We have systems with TACOM in the Army, FBI, ATF, local law enforcement, and emergency response teams around the world.
And over 50 active duty Air Force bases, over 58 Air Guard bases around the country, in Afghanistan and Iraq. And most of the NATO countries are using the equipment both in theater and locally.
Vendor testimonials indicate the wide acceptance of products by numerous military, federal, state, and local authorities. U.S. government civilian agencies, foreign countries, and the private sector benefit as well. The event's demonstrations and exhibits include automated entry control systems, armored and utility vehicles, biometrics, blast protection and mitigation, cargo inspection devices, chemical and biological detection, mitigation, and protective equipment, communications equipment, delay and denial technology, explosives detection, explosive ordnance disposal equipment, fence sensor systems, individual protective equipment, night vision and optics devices, non-lethal weapons and technology, physical security equipment, robotic vehicles and systems, unattended ground sensors, unmanned aerial vehicles, vulnerability assessment analysis software tools, and waterside security equipment. Products in these categories have demonstrated significant improvements since the last FPED event in 2009. Attendees receive a valuable interactive CD-ROM containing the full FPED 8 product catalog. Sponsors include the Department of Defense, Physical Security Equipment Action Group, Department of Energy, and the Technical Support Working Group. The demonstration was planned, coordinated, and executed by the Product Manager, Force Protection Systems, and Computer Sciences Corporation. 60 days following the completion of FPED 8, vendors have reported sales in excess of $124 million of physical security and force protection equipment. The threat of terrorism and high-impact crimes around the world continues to evolve. So does force protection equipment, preventing, adapting, and responding to these global threats. FPED 8, Force Protection through Integrated Physical Security Solutions.